Oh wow, that really got stuck on the one for a second. It's like three, two, one.
Just
Go.
kidding. So Gabe,
No,
you
yeah.
you
What's up?
called this emergency. I wouldn't say emergency. We were gonna
Emergency
chit chat.
broadcast.
We were gonna work on the project and whatnot, but you felt the need to say no work, no talkie shoppy. You got some S on your mind, and you want to talk about it. So here we are.
You know, yeah. It's really like I guess I just have my mind is just cluttered with a lot of stuff lately. Work, kids, and probably that's probably a lot of it.
Yeah, that's a
But
lot.
it's a lot. It's a lot right now, and I just got done walking the dogs, and then had a it's like, hey, it's gonna be 5:30 soon. We gotta jump on. We gotta record because I don't always get a lot of time to be able to do this thing, and we've cut down our time to actually do the podcast. It's Wednesdays and Sundays we get time to be able to do that. So I had to take away a day. But at least I'm able to dedicate that time, and everybody in the house understands that, hey, this is my time to sit down and handle business, talk kindness. So it's very kind of them to be able to give me that time to be able to do that because I know they're looking after the kids while I'm here just kind of doing a little fun thing, right? Just chatting with my best bud, and it's fun, I enjoy it. And I hope the people that listen to us, also enjoy it. I think when you're just like, hey, all right, so you do a lot of the work, you do a lot of the editing and the planning, and I like the little animation you created. It looks really good in the background until we're able to, get into the same building and actually record. But it's just, man, I haven't even been able to get that ready. I still got to put up the wallpaper. I still got to run the test to make sure the mics work and everything sounds good. The audio's not horrible. The lighting actually looks fine. So I've just been, it's been a little delayed. I was a little ambitious. Probably like end of December, I was like, yes, we're gonna get this done. I was sending you pictures every day and saying, look, it's looking better, it's looking better, and it's kind of been stuck in the same phase since the last message that I sent to you.
It's funny you say that too, because I really do think that it's okay to just be imperfect sometimes, especially when we're talking about the content is what we're talking about. The background stuff, yeah, we'll throw a green screen, splash some 3D CGI on the back. We're fine.
We see each other. Yeah,
Sitting on top of each other and calling that a YouTube video. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I know. Ha ha ha.
good stuff, fun stuff.
But this is the whole point. We just need to be consistent and we just need to, whether it's 85% done, I mean, I could have simply just said, all right, cool. We're still meeting, but I'll just grab my camera. You've got your camera, and we can make it two camera angles, but it captures us both from different sides. So
Hmm.
we could have made some things work, but I get it. But sometimes you just have to say F it. YOLO.
You just have to go back to the drawing board sometimes. A lot of this stuff. I mean,
No.
we've revamped this thing a lot of times, and it was kind of funny because you told me recently, you were like, hey, like, don't go changing the process too much. Let's stick with what we got, right? And I do that a lot. I do it, not just here. I do it in my daily life. It's like, hey, this isn't working, so let's toss it out and do something
Start all
else.
over.
Yeah, and then somebody else told me that too. That's not us, and I'm just like, all right, I get it. Now it's becoming a problem because it's involving more people, and so it just kind of made me think that there's more to the whole picture, and it's kind of hard sometimes to really see the whole picture because you only hear things from the grapevine typically, or it's just like it takes a while for something to get to you because somebody somebody feels a certain way. You're at work, everybody just kind of handles it professionally until it becomes a big problem. Then it's like, hey, you might want to stop doing what you're doing, and maybe let's take a step back and do something a different way. Obviously, in the kindest way possible. It's not in a rude way or a way to make you feel bad. It's just you know You think you're doing something good, but at the same time, you got to slow it down a little bit. And so in life, like at least right now, it's like I don't get a lot of that right now. And you could probably attest to this, but it's like with kids, like I can't just say like, oh, let's slow it down real quick and let's really think about this.
Daddy needs a
Why
timeout.
are you screaming? Let's focus on what the problem really is. What's the source for this? Because they can't talk back, they can't explain themselves. Their emotions are going. She's going through a growth spurt or something, and it's just a lot. So I have to practice being kind. I have to think about not just how it affects me, but why is she upset? How is it affecting her? In like the smallest amount of time possible, right?
Yeah.
They're like a little ticking time bomb. They're just ready to once you say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, it's game over. After
Yeah.
that, it's like 30 minutes of straight crying, and there goes your whole day, and good luck. I know. I mean, that's just how it's been for the past, I would say, week now, and I'm kind of drained. I'm tired, and there's been times where I haven't been kind, to myself or even to my kids. Like,
Yeah.
just like just in my head, I'm just like, oh God, like why are you crying? Like what is wrong with you? And it's just
Everybody
like,
has those thoughts, man.
yeah, and it just feels horrible because you're just like,
Yeah.
I want to be a good parent. I shouldn't be thinking like that. Not enough that I'm always worried that something's gonna happen, right? And now I have to worry about my perception, of like the things that are happening and how to control my emotions when emotions from them are running high and then it's affecting everybody else. I mean, it could be something as simple. The other day, it was just there was the car seat. It wasn't adjusted properly in the other car that in my mother-in-law's car. So she was in the car seat, my daughter, and my wife was trying to adjust it and she doesn't know how to adjust it, and it's a little bit different from the one that we have in our car. So I get down and I'm like, it's kind of similar but a little bit different. So I'm like, how the hell does this thing adjust, right? And so we take her out and we're like, well, we'll just take her in the other car. Well, she starts screaming and crying that she wants to be in that car. And
Nice.
yeah, and neighbors and everybody's looking. You're just like, oh God, dude, like, come on, just go to the other car. How to make the other car seat work. Finally, we figured it out, but it was just like one of those things. And then my mother-in-law is like, oh, hey, my keys. And I'm just like, why would I have your keys? I had her keys. My father-in-law handed them over to me when I was heading down to help them out because he's like, hey, she's having, your daughter's having a bad time downstairs. Here, if you can help them out. And after that whole chaos of everything going on, I'm just like, well, why would I have your keys? Like it's like in my head, and then all of a sudden I check my pockets. I'm like, oh, here. So you
You
just kind
just
of lose
randomly
sight.
zombie through the day and went and just grabbed the keys and just put them in your pocket and kept on walking.
Exactly. It's just like you just really lose focus. You get tunnel vision. You just like you're just trying to get the kids to quiet down because it's too stressful sometimes, right? And it's not end of the world stuff. I guess I'm just really bad at like crisis management in some ways. I'm good at work. Like if I'm at work and someone's like, "Hey man, this went bad," because it's like at the same time, it doesn't really affect you.
Doesn't
It
affect
affects
you.
the company as a whole, but not personally. So it's like you can come up with solutions. You can come up with a way to fix something. But with kids and with family, it's just so different. I just haven't been patient with my wife, haven't been patient, with my family in general. And I've just overall just found myself being less patient in general. And I remember like we used to take these like personality tests, and I was a collaborator. And I've brought this up before. And I honestly feel like if I were to take the test again, I would probably score differently. I don't think I'm as collaborative as I used to be. And maybe it's because now that I have kids and what I do now at work, it's just different. I'm more demanding. I expect results, and I'm more eager to win. I'm not like, hey, we got time to figure it out and kumbaya. And now
Yeah.
it's like, hey, I don't have time to chit chat. Although this is probably my only time I get to chit chat with you. But typically it's more of just like, hey, I need you to get to the point. I called somebody today on the phone from work and I was kind of chit chatting a little bit and I caught myself doing it because I can kind of tell that they were just kind of like, yeah, well, we talked about this before. And I'm just like, yep, you're right. Let's talk about something else. Why did you call me? So and it's like, and again, it's not like something that it's rude. It's just like, I understand now. I get it, right? It's just like sometimes somebody else is also having the same type of day you had, and you just need to be able to understand that and respect that, because they're not mad at you. They're just, it's a world. It's a chain of screaming, and usually it's the kids.
Yeah, just pick your battles and just know when you're at work, don't take it personal. And
Yeah,
vice versa for the person too. It's like, oh, geez, well, I won't talk to you anymore. It's like, no, I just got deadlines, or hey, how's it going? What's up? What can I do for you, man?
yeah,
Yep, I'm
yeah.
in
No,
work mode. You know it, buddy. You know it. Like you can always kind of be playful with it.
yeah.
Um, but with the kids and whatnot, and they're screaming and throwing a fit, gosh, back in my day, Gabe,
I
I
feel
didn't have
like,
I didn't have noise canceling headphones. Ooh, that'd been nice. But you just simply let them just have their moment, and you just
yeah,
sit there and still not give them what they want when they're throwing a fit. And at some point, they're gonna
yeah.
realize, oh, you know what? It's not gonna work with the old man over there. Maybe it'll work
I
with
feel
the
like,
old lady. Maybe
I,
she'll buckle.
I feel like when you brought up the whole, there's ways to handle it at work or ways to put it on, of like being playful when you're having a bad day or when something's bothering you. And it brings me to like the whole, and Seinfeld, George Costanza, when he's like pretending to be stressed out so people will not talk to him and leave him alone.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, oh, like has his hands on his head and trying to really focus on the paper that he has in front of him, even though he's not really doing anything. And then there's a fly that's like flying around his head at one point, and they're about to ask him a question. And he's like trying to smack it on the wall, and like people are like, "Oh shit, he's really having a bad day." And I feel like, oh, my camera went all crazy. Is that like, okay? Is it blurry?
Yeah, it's still blurry.
Oh wow, let me fix that. Hold on, give me a second. So pause. I think it's because that paper.
Yeah.
Is that
No, I
better?
think you
Oh
broke
no,
it.
I think
You
I broke
definitely
it. No personal
see it.
info. It's like trying to come back.
Maybe switch
Oh,
your
hold on, let
resolution
me turn it
or
off. No, I think it was just because I. Hold on, let me do this.
by the
Oh, I
way,
can't even select a different camera.
I'm not gonna jinx it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't say anything.
There you
Hold
go.
on. Is
Slowly, slowly, slowly. Maybe it'll catch on. Yeah, there you go.
that better? Oh yeah. It's like
It
trying
it
to get
it
there.
wanted to so bad. Get closer to it with your face, not like you did, but just god dang. I don't know what's going
It's a
on.
little bit better. All right. Well, sorry guys. My 480p cameras. It's really pushing. It's pushing hard. It's a little camera that could. No, but you brought up something that was kind of funny because I've been feeling a certain way. You said noise canceling headphones, and it
Yeah.
made me think of Bluetooth headphones. That shit's been pissing me off lately.
Oh
And
no.
it's the littlest things. Like I was trying to work out, my Bluetooth headphones kept plugging into the car that's outside for some reason, and I don't even know if somebody was even in the car, but it just kept saying, "Oh, it's connected to the whatever the car." I don't
Yeah.
want to say I don't want to dox myself. I don't know if anybody has that car. It's like Fiesta. I don't have that car anymore, so
What was a
try and dox
Festiva?
me.
What was a
Yeah,
Festiva?
it was a Fiesta.
Well, what was there was a
Yeah,
car that was a Festiva, or am I just hallucinating?
no, I think you're hallucinating.
Fair enough.
But you
Continue.
can look it up.
No.
I mean, we can dedicate a segment to that. You're like, I'm good. No, but I mean,
Speaking
Bluetooth
of
headphones. Go ahead, go ahead. What were you
oh
speaking of? You
oh
want to talk about Festiva? I think you're thinking of Sativa, but let's talk about
no,
it. That's
no,
good.
but you mentioned Bluetooth, and I can only think of one thing,
Blue
and
Chew.
that is giving 30% off for Blue Chew,
I knew it. You
for all
son
of
of a bitch.
your needs. Really get you Bluetooth, get you connected, get you really
Stay
connected.
connected. Stay connected with your significant other.
Yeah, when you log in, use the promo code Gabe is ready, and that'll get you
That's
thirty
right.
percent off.
That's what I say when I walk into the bedroom. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. You
Man,
see this face.
this visual is not, it's a nightmare. But
I actually look pretty good today because my camera's 480p. You ever get like that where you wake up in the morning and like you see yourself? Well, I guess because I have glasses, I don't have them on when I'm washing my face. It's like, well, you don't wear them all the time though, do you?
pretty much all the time except when I work out. I don't want them like, falling off or getting all
Mm.
sweaty and foggy and crap.
They
I'm
fall
not
off?
that blind.
You work out that much to where your glasses get foggy?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not working out as hard as I should be then,
Well, I didn't want to
because I've
say
never had
it,
that
but
happen.
okay. Well, one day,
Well,
we could
yeah.
actually we could actually work out together and that would be hilarious.
No. But I mean, now I know that if my glasses fog up, I've worked out hard enough.
You at least did
So
something.
I do some things.
Now that doesn't
Well,
mean like
anyway,
take them off and just go on them and
like
go, I
look,
did
mom and
it.
dad, I worked out. No, I mean Bluetooth. All right, it's Bluetooth. All right, it pisses me off because either it only works half of the time. You ever have those issues where you're trying to like
Yeah.
plug in your, get connect to your phone and it doesn't connect, or if I'm connected right here and all of a sudden it plugs into my laptop and I'm not trying to connect to the laptop. I've scared my kids before because they're watching their Teletubbies and then all of a sudden I connect and I play my metal music and all of a sudden it's connecting to the TV. I'm just like, "Ugh." Yeah, and I'm just like,
They're, oh my God.
and I'm like trying to turn on, and then my mother-in-law was like, "Oh, that's scary," you know. What the
Well,
fuck, man? Like, it just pisses me off. I'm just like, come on, I'm just trying to walk the dogs, listen to some music, or enjoy the scenery, and it's like you can't even do that. It's like somehow Bluetooth, the Bluetooth connection, we've just kind of regressed from having corded headphones, which I hear are making a comeback. Yeah, I hear those are making a comeback. And honestly, when I started thinking about it, I oh, unknown error occurred. Did you see that? Oh, it says unknown error occurred, but it's still recording, so I think we're good. But no, I mean, I think with the connected headphones, it makes sense. I mean, I'm probably just gonna get another pair of just headphones, just simple USB-C headphones that connect to my phone and call it a day.
I was gonna say, how you
Not
gonna
have to
plug them
really
in?
deal with
You're
that
like
shit.
USB-C. I'm like, that's right.
That's
That's right.
right.
The old school days.
You don't need a headphone jack anymore. I mean, it'd be nice to have. Honestly, I wish we can have the headphone jacks back, but that's a thing of the past.
Well, yes, but I mean, like you said, if you could just get that headphone jack USB-C dongle, I
Such a
mean,
pain
Bob's
in
your
the
uncle.
ass. Like having to buy so many accessories for something that a phone used to have, like replaceable battery and audio,
Yeah, I
a
know.
headphone jack, and
That's why
yeah, and
just
some
get
of them
the
had like a little
cheapest phone
scanning
possible.
laser. Yeah.
Just get the cheapest phone. Doesn't matter. I
What's
mean,
funny is like, yeah, you're right. The cheapest phones usually have all of that stuff still.
yeah,
That's what's hilarious
but
and yet sad.
the noise
Yeah.
canceling headphones, when you're trying to drain out the kids, the screaming and whatnot, we didn't have those. And,
Yeah.
it made you go deep into yourself and just kind of like just sit there and hide. Even though you're fully present, you're able to just kind of stand there and kind of,
As the house is burning, you're like
yeah,
that dog drinking from the coffee mug. Everything's
absolutely.
fine.
And you're going to have so many of those days that you're going to think that this is normal, but it will get better. But just be, this is just me giving recommendations. It's just be firm, assertive, fair, and loving all at the same time. Don't back down. Don't give in because that one little, these are kids.
Yeah.
They are conniving. They're loving, but they're conniving. And so they'll find the easy way, the little button that makes daddy go, okay, all right, here, have a cookie. And you just gotta say, nope, sorry, it's 8 o'clock or it's, we've already had dinner, that's it.
Yeah.
And they'll just leave you alone when it comes to just trying to be. Now, if, yeah, I'm not saying like never give them a treat, but it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be like every single time. Oh, just go over there and give daddy a hug and I get a cookie. Oh, it's been an hour. Go give daddy
Yeah.
a hug and I can get a cookie.
It sounds like how we're training a dog to be like, oh, give me your paw. Oh, good job. Condition them to do that. No, I mean it's weird too. It's sometimes you feel like the kids kind of run the show because there's this weird thing that my daughter does when I go to bed is that she usually goes to the bed with me and she says no socks and no shorts. So I take off my socks, I take off my shorts. So I'm sleeping with a shirt and I have my, my underwear on.
Yeah, yeah.
But she can sleep with socks. She can just sleep with pants. I'm just like, whatever. She makes a big deal out of it. So I'm like, so I've been doing that. So I just take off the pants, take off the socks, and I'm like, all right, we get in bed. But lately she's been kind of like when I take them off, they're already off, and she's like, no, no pants, no pants. I'm like, they're already off. I'm not gonna take off my underwear. So then I'm just, and I get in the bed, she's crying, she's throwing a big fit. I'm like, no, like stop it. And like windows are open, so I know the neighbors can hear and everything. I'm just like, so I go over to the dresser and I grab some shorts and I just like put them in front of me and I go, oh look, they're coming off, and then she's fine. And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
That was going to be my first recommendation
Yeah,
quickly is to
play
see,
the
look, here
part.
they are. Just, yeah, like,
Yeah,
oh, look, and they're off. She's like, oh, good
yeah,
job. Like, okay, I'm done. Yeah, you're going
distract
to
them.
have
Yeah,
those. Yeah, and you give in. That's not a big deal.
yeah. And I'm just
But
like,
it's like the
oh
big
come
stuff.
on. Yeah,
Yeah, and we're just like, well, I want a cookie. Well, I want to go out. I want to do something that I shouldn't be doing. You just, no.
yeah.
And there is no, that's the boundary we talked about too.
Mm.
You don't deviate, you don't bend, you don't create a little hole in there so they can sneak out. So, same thing.
No, I'm glad that we were able to just kind of, or allow me to let off
Yeah.
some steam, because I'm just like, man, I'm finding it really tough to lately just find the kindness in me. Like, obviously, they're my kids, and I treat them as great as I can. Obviously, they're the best things that ever happened to me. But I'm just like, I'm tired. And
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like breaking down. I'm just like, I don't know how we're doing this. Like, how am I supposed to? You just hear screaming, you're crying, and their sleep schedules are just all over the place. And you just have to find a way to make it work. And sometimes you don't get to eat because it just is, right? You're like, well, gotta put them to bed, and I missed dinner. It just is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people that are going through the same thing. And I think what's funny though is that, and this isn't an excuse. This isn't me trying to downplay like what you went through. It's just like I my oldest is 2, and so I was like, what? I think I was 35 when we had kids. I didn't have the kid, but my wife did.
Yeah.
My buddy made that abundantly. I said, we're. I remember I was like, we're pregnant. He's like, don't you fucking dare say that. He's like, she gave birth. I'm like, all right, well, I was just trying to. I hear people say that. I was just trying to be inclusive, but it's all good.
Just in
Fuck
case.
me. Yeah, fuck me, I guess. But it ended up, or what was I saying? Totally forgot.
That was nice. I think
Yeah.
we were talking about kids, uh,
Kids
and
and
thoughts.
oh no, downplay, not downplaying what you went through, but my age. Like, I just feel
Oh
like
yeah.
having kids at 35, it's kind of older. I don't know when you had kids. I know we've talked about it. I don't know if you want it, but
Yeah, I can. I
okay.
had my first when I was 17. He's now
It's young.
30.
Yeah. And how was
30?
that?
No, excuse me. He's 29. He's probably going to be like, Dad, I'm 30. I'm 29. My bad. And then I have a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
started a little early, but it's all the same. I mean,
Mhm.
you know nothing or knew nothing. I
Yeah.
knew nothing. And you just have to figure it out. But it's going to make you a stronger person
Mhm.
mentally, physically, emotionally. And take those moments that you get to, like your little wins, like where, she throws a fit, you don't let it bother you. She'll realize that, oh, it's not bothering me anymore, so there's not really a point to do it. When she does something wrong or whatever, it's okay to just, grab her and show like, a little bit of like her, but not to the point where like, you grab her, spin her around, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But they get the point like, oh, he's serious.
Mhm.
And then just if you have to make a rational move just to be able to save them from hurting themselves, like where you have to slap their hand out of the way or whatever, you have to tell them what they did wrong, but then give them a hug and love them. Because obviously it, scared them, probably hurt them, and they don't know what just happened, but you obviously had to stop them from really hurting themselves. So there's going to be those times, but don't feel bad. I mean, you didn't
Yeah.
do it out of anger. That's the key. Don't do it out of anger.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed is like it's kind of nice being at Disneyland and all those other kind of like amusement parks and like social settings with, parents because you really find out like, oh, so it's not just us. Like, cause you just hear, I remember hearing it, dad's like, I told you, don't touch that. Hey, get off of that recycling bin. What did I
Yeah,
tell you? And then the wife's like, honey, shh, the kid.
that's
And
how
it's like,
I
I
was
totally
too.
get that. I
Yeah.
understand that. It's just like,
The
hey,
dads
I
pretty
said
much are.
stop. And you've already yelled at them like 10 other times before that, right? And you're just like, come on, buddy. Like, we're trying to have a good time here. We want to stay here. You want to get on the train? Behave.
My wife and
Uh,
I will see things like that happen, and we'll just go, don't miss it. Don't miss it.
I can
Because I
see
know
that.
we just know what they're going through and just go,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't miss that at all.
In order for me to get to the position that you're in, I'm gonna be like almost 60 years old.
Which
Like when
technically
they're
I guess would be the real, I guess,
yeah.
grandpa age.
Yeah. So I kind of miss almost the whole like because I guess when you had them younger, it's you're never really ready to have kids. I feel like financially ready. Like even
Right.
though I've had more time to plan than you did because right out of what like high school, I guess you can
Right out of
say,
high school, dude.
right out of
Actually,
high
still in
school.
high school technically
Still in
with
high
her.
school. So you're
Yeah.
just really trying to figure it out. You're like, I need that first job. At least for me, like I've somewhat have like a career that's kind of set and it's like, okay, it's steady and you know what to expect financially and you just have to make it work. For me, it's just like the age though. It's like sometimes it just feels like having kids is a young man's game. I'm not that old, but I'm also not that young. So it's just like
Yeah.
everything kind of hurts. but, but I mean, I would imagine it's the same beating you're gonna get. It's the same weight gain you kind of get as well. It's like you eat more and you get beat up. They kick you and spit up on you, and your psyche sometimes takes a hit because you're waking up at 2, 3 in the morning and you're up until 8, and then he's like, well, gotta get to work now, and we chug that coffee. And people are like, oh, don't drink coffee until you've been up for about an hour. I don't feel like I have that luxury. I go straight to the coffee right when I wake up. I'm just like I can't, Otherwise, I'm just sitting there like, okay, don't, no, don't climb the stairs. Like I gotta wake the up, right? So it's everybody has it rough in one way or another. It feels like it's damned if you do, damn if you don't. It's like even if you decide not to have kids, I feel like you're missing out on something that's kind of really important. But I also understand too, they're really expensive and
Oh
sometimes you
yeah.
can't afford them. I mean, my wife wants to have three. We have two right now, and it's not looking like we're going to be able to do that. Just time wise, financially, it's more so. I mean, financially, I feel like we can always make it work, but time wise, dude. I mean, even with the help that we get, it's still too much, and I feel like it would definitely set us back in our careers if we were to do that. So as much as we would want to, because they're so cute sometimes, and it'd be kind of cool to have them to have brothers and sisters and really just learn to hang out and get along and have that family dynamic. It's just not. It just doesn't seem possible.
Those decisions that you have to make, although they are tough, they are realistic, but also count your blessings too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
look at what you
100%.
have and go, you know what?
Yeah.
We're good. Regardless, we
Yeah.
had one healthy one. We
I
had
I agree with
two
that.
healthy
Yeah.
babies. So
That was
if
a
we
worry
have
of
to,
mine.
yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. But you've got two beautiful children. And if you have to hang up the boots, so to speak, you're already a champion. So don't worry about it.
I agree. Well, Ian, I mean, it's always a pleasure, man. I love having these conversations with you. And to all of those listeners, I mean, if anything's resonated with you today and this conversation, and you're going through the same thing, right? You got kids. I mean, in my age group right now, all my friends have kids, and we're
Yeah.
all going through it right now at the age of 35 and up. Some of my friends are in their 40s, and they're at 3 kids right now. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That's crazy. I think right now they're the oldest lady to ever have kids was like I think 75, 76.
No, thanks.
Yeah, I saw that happen recently. But if you really enjoyed this episode and again, if something resonated with you, free to reach out, comment, subscribe. Again, this is Acts of Kindness with Gabe and Ian, and everybody, you guys have a good night.
And remember, you're A-okay.
A okay.